going to talk about how to change chords at the end of a song instead of going back to the home chord or the one chord, so that it sounds more interesting. It would help before trying this if you review my other videos on understanding chords and melody, how to stylize a song, and how to transpose a song. So the foundational thing about doing piano chord substitutions is to know what key you're in and what 7 chords belong to that key. In this case, we're going to be talking about the key of C and chords built on the notes of that C scale. Your chords in the key of C are C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, B diminished. And it's very helpful when doing substitutions to think in chord numbers. Chord number 1 is C, chord number 2 is D minor, 3 is E minor, chord 4 is F, 5 is G, 6 is A minor, and 7 is B diminished. And so whatever key you're in, these substitutions will be working well if you look what chord number is being substituted. So the song we're going to use is a really easy folk song called I'll Fly Away. So the last 3 chords of a typical song like that are the 1 chord, C, the G chord, fly, and it usually ends on the C chord, away. That is the ending chord that we're going to substitute other chords for. It's not as hard as you think, so here we go. So again, chord 1 is C, chord 5 is G, and our ending chord is C. That's the one we're going to be substituting with some other chords. Let's begin with the Amen ending substitution. So if our song is going C chord, G chord, instead of going straight back to the 1 chord, we'll go to the 4 chord. Away, that's the Amen chord, back to 1. Or you could think of it as the chord name, which is F back to C. 4 chord, back to the 1 chord. All right, so the next one would be a jazz chord ending. I'll fly, a 6 chord, which is A minor, 4 chord, which I'm making a major 7th, which is what that triangle means, 2 chord, 5 chord, 1 chord. So that was A minor, which softens it, F major 7th, which is what that triangle stands for, major 7th, the 2 chord, which is D minor in this key, the 5 chord, which is G, and the 1 chord, which is C. I'll fly, A minor, F major 7, D minor, G7 if you want to add a 7th, then C. All right, Broadway ending. I'll fly, here's our substitution, flat 6, away, which is A flat, flat 7, which is B flat, and 1, which is C. So that's A flat, B flat, C. So the Broadway was flat 6, flat 7, 1. And almost all these songs are going to end on the 1 chord because that's the home chord in the key of C. Here we go, the rock chord substitute ending. I'll fly, flat 3, away, 4, back to 1. And most likely you do a rock kind of beat. Away, yeah. Okay, that is an E flat chord, then the F, then the C. All right, the funky ending. This is kind of based on something you'd hear in the song Ghostbusters. I'll fly, here comes our substitution, a flat 7, 4, and 1. So flat 7 is B flat. It flat lowers the B note, the 7th note of the C scale, to B flat. Then F and C. And again, you'd probably want to make it a little bit funky. Yeah, and it's also a little bit gospel-y. Oh, speaking of gospel, that's the next one. I'll fly, and we go to the 4 chord, which is F, away, add a 5 bass, so F with a G bass, back to C. So in gospel, that's F, then F with an alternate bass, instead of the F note as a bass note, a G note. And technically it's called a G11 chord, but this is an easier way to think of it. All right, a walk down. I'll fly, here comes the 4 chord. Away, walking down the chord family neighborhood. So the other 4 chord is F. And again, we're thinking in the key of C right now. The 3 chord is E minor, 2 chord is D minor, and the 1 chord is C. F, E minor, D minor, C. You can also combine the gospel and the walk down. So you can go, oh yeah, walk down to C. I just played wrong bass notes, but oh well. Okay, the next one is the torch song. A fly, a flat 2. So that means D flat. Way back to the C. It temporarily makes it sound suspenseful. And that would be D flat, back to C. Next up is poignant. I have a typo on my fact sheet that I'll fix before I upload it, but this actually says 4 chord made minor. So what's going to happen is we'll go a fly, and we'll go to the 4 chord, which is usually F in this key, but we're going to drop the middle note to make it minor. So here's the 4 chord that's major. That's naturally the 4 chord in the key of C. And here it is with the middle note lowered so it sounds like F minor. Okay, and that is the substitution that makes it sound suddenly poignant. So we've got a fly away, F minor chord, 4 chord made minor, back to the 1 chord of C. And finally, the surprise key change. That's where you end up in a key different than the normal key of C, your home chord in this song's key. I'll fly away, woo. So what we did there is we suddenly, instead of playing the C chord, the home chord, we changed it into a different key of the 6 chord made major, which in this case was A. So we went, I'll fly away, big surprise. So there you have it. Those are easy ways to substitute chords at the end of a song instead of going directly back to the home chord. So again, let's review those really quickly. The amen ending. I'll fly. Instead of going to the home chord, we go to the 4 chord, which is the amen chord, back to the home chord. Jazz. I'll fly. And I'll say the chord number. 6, 4 with a major 7th added, D minor. I added a 7th because I like to, G, and I can add a 7th, back to C. Jazz chords often add 7ths, major 7ths or dominant 7ths, but that's the topic for another video. Okay, Broadway, a fly, here's the substitution, flat 6, flat 7, home chord of 1, rock chord, a fly, away, flat 3, 4, 1, cha-cha-cha. Funky, I'll fly, flat 7, flat 7, 4, back to 1. And you could change the rhythm on some of these endings too to make it more stylized. Gospel, I'll fly, here's the substitution, away, F with an alternate bass, back to C. So that's 4 chord with an alternate bass of C, back to 1. The walk down, I'll fly. Here's the substitution. 4 chord, 3, 2, 1. You can also combine that with the gospel. F chord with a G. Then F walking down the chord neighborhood. All right, torch song. I'll fly, flat 2, away, back to C. Poignant. I'll fly, a 4 chord made minor is our substitution. Away, back to the home chord. And finally, the surprise key change. I'll fly away, surprise, whole brand new key, which is the 6 chord made major. So remember, everything relates to what key you're in, the 7 chords in that key, and those chords can be made flat or sharp or major or minor. You know, they can always be altered, but most of the time they're the main chords in the key. So if you enjoyed this, the fact sheet that goes with this exercise is available for free on my website, and it includes a blank second page here that lets you fill in your own chord substitutions in any key. And it would be helpful to download the transposing chart fact sheet from my website as well, because you could choose a key, look at the 7 chords in that key, and then write in the alternate chord substitution endings in that key. All right, if you have any questions, leave a comment, or if you have a particular video you'd like to see made, just let me know. I might do it. Have fun.